Hi everyone, this is Gamer, and I'll be turning to Roguetech. So, I want to bring like more exciting things, like for example, we're pushing towards some major system, but the issue is that Steiner aren't letting me do that. I'm kind of stuck on Tharcad because they keep taking chunks out of its fortification, and I'm like, no, you're not doing that. I mean, they could try, but I am going to stop them every step of the way. Why? All right. So the fortification was at like 269 at one point, and then Steiner dropped it to 198, and then now I'm trying to bring it back up. So yeah, really annoying. Let's do foot base. It's definitely annoying, but let's actually like right now for my lance, adjust things a bit. I don't always bring the full lance for reasons. Yeah, right now. I mean, I'll be doing some other things from fairly reliant intel. I learned that Steiner is having trouble getting missions, and that is just wonderful. It means that they're dumping a lot of money, a lot of C bills, into finding the right mission, and that makes their push very difficult to continue indefinitely, especially when Valk doesn't give great loot. Like, like when they do missions against Valkyrie, they don't get the greatest loot. So as a result, they actually, in terms of finances, they're not doing great. Like someone from Davian said that at least the Taurians have decent loot sometimes. Fighting Valkyrie, apparently they go like full C bills, at least as much as possible, because it's not helping. Oh, should I this map? Like this is literally a. I could choose the high ground, but then it'd be. I guess if reinforcements show up. Nah. This is one of the harder maps to deploy there. I don't want to deploy here because that's where the reinforcements will show up. I can find a nice little flat territory. Not really. I mean, I do have vetoes, so I'm hoping for vetoes to. You know what? Let's experiment. I know they will show up somewhere. Yeah, let's take the high ground. I do have jump jets on my 2 railgun users. Not as worried about them getting stuck. Whoops. some of the other ones, if they get stuck, life goes on. Like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
So I heard. Everybody seems very friendly. Look, baby, I'm kind of hung up. I heard there were.
Now, one of the problems is that the garrison down here, but they have high ground advantage. If they can shoot me like that, then they'll be able to hit. I need to prioritize turrets. In reserve. Oh, they have some. What did they have? Annihilators? Maulers? Maybe some vehicles? Definitely not Vitols. Vitols are a lot faster. What kind of have that? The arrow chassis have a lot more health. Like a lot more.
I hear ya.
Yeah, they have a lot of health, like 700. No, 650.
Good to go.
Do I have the bandit?
You,
No, I
Commander.
don't. You will go another arrow. For kinetic
Got it.
and Artemis. Yeah, these things have very little health.
Wait your command.
The other ones.
Primitive.
Don't know why they make the
Locked on target.
arrow chassis so
I
tanky.
hit something good, Commander.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't make the. Oh shoot, that's a railgun. Question is, can I hit that railgun with?
One less turret. Will be done.
Yeah, that railgun could single-handedly be the biggest issue. They're good odds, but not guaranteed. But those hitting really help.
Yeah.
But I will only be able to.
Try having.
Should be able to take out
Standing by.
at least 2. I like to think. Okay, I took out 2, but there's still
Neutralized.
have the Orion.
Go.
Hit, please. Good.
Turret
Let's see. Just talking to my faction mate, doing a little Rocket League break.
Yes, Commander.
Is understandable. Yeah, after a while, it's like, it gets exhausting. Okay, now we could focus on that thing. What the heck is this? A Stormcrow! Yeah. Actually, if I get a lot of parts, I will get it because the salvage is actually pretty good.
Tiger has only one. That's its ass. Gotta hit it point.
Oh, we
blank.
also have
Gotta hit it from
Shieldtrons.
behind.
Oh, yeah, in the mission
Still up.
prior to
No,
this,
it ain't.
it was really funny.
Sector is so screwed up.
I,
Nobody knows where the lines are, where our lines are. I got through with no problem at all. Now.
Reinforcements?
Enemy detected.
Yeah, good luck to them flanking. We have the absolute high ground. But in the mission before this, I actually managed. I don't know how,
Before orders.
but one of my units actually managed.
Firing all weapons.
It was a 99.1% chance of hitting the target.
firing.
My pilot somehow, and I mean somehow,
One less
hits a veto that's like kind of in its path, but it has to be like a really wild one. So it's like, wow. Ah, life sucks.
Affirmative.
What can I do for you?
We have some small buildings. We have medium. We need to destroy 4.
Uh-huh. Call out a long-range missile.
Like honestly, the
I copy.
call it. My railguns will make easy work of those buildings. Even my dreadnought could hit reasonably hard,
Standing
so
by.
guess you could help. Titan. Alright.
Firing on target.
Enemy structure eliminated.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna evac because not all of my units can get there.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, it's just some.
Acknowledge.
You don't have to care. So right now, it's building up funds,
Go.
making things work.
Double tap. Go.
These missions done in a reasonable amount of time. Got it.
Reporting. Negative damage. Standing by.
Feel like
Yes, come on. Affirmative.
like if these hit my vetoes, I can understand. The other one was like, yes, it could be on the path, but it's like really far off. Like, what the heck, game? And there was also one battle where I wasn't paying attention to everything, and I was like, oh, why is my longbow
Hard hit there.
Waiting for orders.
knocked down and like lost
Moving out.
its one of its torsos? Happened.
Uh-huh.
Seeing Stormcrows just reminds me of my last
We got a
career.
loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
You turn your back to it?
Calms us down.
Can't tell.
Could probably use some armor.
Really? You showed your. Huh.
I'm drinking wine.
Show this rear armor to me.
and catching some rays, you know.
Yeah, that's usually a terrible idea. But
Roger that.
with the Stormcrows are very versatile in my opinion. Omni-Mech, they can be building a lot of stuff.
Commander.
Oh, I see. Like only my
Swing and a miss.
only my Annihilator had the fear of it. Everyone else kinda not.
Take that.
Oh, that wasn't enough to knock it down? I'm a little surprised. But yeah, there's actually a real chance for me to get my kills. Because at the angle my shots are going at, it's a very likely thing. And not to worry about the buildings. Buildings will be. All my railguns are not busy shooting at enemy mechs or vehicles.
Critical hit.
Have them attack. Now, if I do it correctly,
Ready for orders.
I can potentially get rid of the reinforcements with just these 3 vetoes. Alright. it's not an easy task. They do have a Centurion.
Standing by.
Yeah, the idea is to use cover. They still have. Oh! A miss is gonna hit my veto. Or could potentially. Wonder if my Annihilator has better chance. Maybe.
Daniel.
Okay, you get rid of the Stormcrow.
Welcome, my
Kill confirmed, Command.
I mean, Stormcrow can kind of take them on. It's not. You don't want to do it regularly. I have eliminated a kill team in the past with Stormcrow, so Stormcrows, multiple. It was very nerve-wracking. It's most definitely not something I would recommend. I mean, you can't really do much else, so let's have you focus on the buildings. My railguns might actually still
Lyman,
be
don't say you're sorry. He's been trying to get us killed ever since we landed.
not great odds, but not impossible. It's less than a coin toss, but to be fair, even if it's more than a coin toss, I still miss enough to be like, well, no. You and the longbow will deal with that. Because right now I can't follow up even if I knock them down. At least not this round. Next round, maybe? Or maybe?
Target confirmed.
Oh, so. Wait.
Yes, come on.
No, that sound was. Oh, look, the odds are better because we moved a bit closer. And that was this mistake. Yeah, Griffin, show yourself. Towards us. I wouldn't do that, honestly. Like, if I was piloting that Griffin and I just saw the...
Copy that.
If I have just seen the Centurion go pop from a single projectile from who knows where.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves, Moriarty.
I know 40 something is not great odds, but well, I'll get the job done. Imagine if a miss just hits a building and just tear down. I'm like, alright. I have to do this sooner or later. Why not now?
Shut it down, Commander. Waiting for orders.
I think that's. We have an Atlas. Wait, why are the numbers not quite adding up? There's
Flamer is empty.
I don't see that last one.
Waiting for orders.
Don't know.
Here we go.
I'm your spaniel.
Where's the last one? Oh, okay. Freda. Not as dangerous. Like, at least not now. Early on, yeah, it's a nightmare. At least I think it's the Predator, the one that's
Out of SRM.
really hard to hit. It's a stealth, and you're like, I don't have the right equipment. I can only hope I get lucky.
Acknowledged.
And no. one volley is enough.
Target eliminated.
I mean, right now it is 3 vetoes versus 2 enemy Mechs. Pretty decent odds, if you ask me. But yeah, like. Oh, they're still chunking it. Alright.
Position.
Sense.
Firing.
It's time to bug out.
They must have really high modifiers. They're able to do this much. They're like chunking it.
I hear ya.
Wait your command.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
We got a loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play
I'm
music
facing
very
some
loud.
like literal heavy hitters.
Got it, Commander.
On my ground.
Firing at enemy 6. Ready for orders. On the move.
I think there might be someone else who's also joining.
On it.
I can't tell if it's 1 or 5.
Ready for orders.
I mean, it's frustrating. Don't get me wrong.
Full speed, no target. Firing on rear arc. First. Will be done.
If I can do missions a bit faster.
And here it comes.
So.
It is still annoying, don't. But yeah, no, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna keep messing with them. Keep on doing the work they're doing. I mean, ideally, I could be more efficient.
Crazy.
But it's, yeah, fortifying has,
My way. Double
like,
time.
next season fortifying will be in a much better position.
Orders.
Will be buffed. This season it's most definitely not fun.
Locked on.
That Karis is really hard to hit.
Commander. Fast. There's one in the back.
They're trying to brute force it,
Punching all the buttons.
which they can definitely do. Because it's 1v5.
I'm here.
Yes, command. Yes, come on.
The odds are definitely in their favor.
Looks like
Especially
we're
since
gonna
we're
find ourselves
spread
another
pretty
bridge.
thin. But if they want to get through, they have to work through it. They better be ready to
Target's taking a crit. I'm your spaniel.
deal with all the pain that would come from making this work.
Engaging.
Trying to find missions. Not the easiest. The fact that they're hitting harder is disturbing. What I need is like assassinate missions, capture base, you know, things that don't have a negative modifier. That'd be great. At least finance wise, I should be in a better position. Yeah, I did get 1 Stormcrow. That's all there was, but hey, it's something. Yeah, the hope is to just, if they want to play this game out, I'll be stationed on Tharkat every single day, every single night. I'll meet them on Tharkat, and we can do this dance. What does annoy me is that one of the Snyder players who's tackling this, then he's like, I don't drop on Tharkat. If you do, just admit it. Like, why are you trying to hide it? It's so weird. right? Like here's a person who says that I've just spent 2 months and not find a single contract, and then says, on the other hand, says that I haven't dropped on Tharcad anytime recently. Really? You're really contradicting yourself. I want this. A smaller team might be better here. Like, I don't even know what you gain by not admitting that you're doing missions on a certain. Huh. We might get someone joining us. Might. That's Korean. All right. For the target. I mean, normally the evac points are really bad. I feel like once I log thousands of hours doing the same map over and over and over,
Command interface initiated.
I'll probably know all the evac points and stuff. At this point, I'm like, yeah, for a moment, I'm like supporting. It's like, what? I dropped less. Oh, I remembered it. Wait. Yes, no. No, this is a different. Huh. This looks similar to a map that there was one mission that absolute nightmare.
You think we'll see bears?
I feel like I've came a long way since then.
Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
I still don't know where they're.
Now I want to.
It's always weird. Like for somebody to assassinate, it feels less like an assassinate mission and more like they're like, here's our bait, come take it, and then we'll destroy you. Something like that. No. Right? Because for example, like where are the bodyguards of this guy? Not close enough. It's almost like they're purposely, feeding us certain information so that we will make a move, and then it might not even be the target we thought it would be. Didn't even move. Interesting.
Confirmed.
Oh, those missed. Or maybe my real guns will hit. Alice missing every single one. I mean, I might have EC.
Good to go.
Very possible.
Coordinates received.
Yes. I mean, at least a Mackie is tanky.
Primary target.
Like, I never get assassination targets
Ready for
that are in
copy that.
a catapult. Something like that. It's like, what? It's like, out of all the targets you could have picked,
Position.
you probably picked the one.
Roll to that.
Right? Catapults are squishy.
Negative.
They're damage dealers. I mean, maybe that's their intention. They're like,
Each target.
I could destroy anyone who dared to get close. Maybe that's why. That would be logical.
Roger that.
That's perfect for me because that's
Solid connect.
For $1.6
Yeah.
million, we could
He
become
killed, right?
heroes for $3. days.
Oh look,
No chance
look at where the
they
evac
both
zone
had
is.
it. One of them's in the river and the other one's on the other side, bro.
Ready for orders.
Where the hell are they, anyways? So confused now. I mean, maybe they'll show up. Like if they at the very least, okay. Oh, we have that's a if free back in. At least I could target them. Wow, these are actually decent odds.
Copy that. That did
Decent odds doesn't mean they don't miss. Unfortunately. Maybe I should have went for the.
While our armies are advancing so fast and knocking themselves out to be heroes, we are holding ourselves in reserve. You see, all the tanks we come up against are bigger and better than ours.
My Orion
Well,
actually had
because
better odds.
decapitated-
Are you slightly? Actually, might be the angle, or maybe it's on slightly lower ground. This high ground does give you more
Full
accuracy.
speed.
Ignore that.
Welcome
Okay.
to my alpha strike.
Piglet.
Yes, Commander.
The machine is operational. Yeah, sometimes I hit shots. I'm like, that probably shouldn't have hit, but
My
you know
way.
what? I'll take it.
Double time. Roger that.
And terrain is also weird. Like sometimes you could shoot through rocks. Like in that case, it definitely looks like I'm shooting through. What else is here? Dragon Slayer. Wait, is this the map? Okay, yeah, okay, this is the map that I suffer through. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yes. Because what I did is I killed the target, and then I didn't have enough accuracy, so I struggled dealing with the guys up there, and then I ran out of ammo and then just failed the mission. It was not fun. At all.
Right. Daniel.
And I have railguns, so see if I care.
Cry havoc.
Fafner. Ouch. I mean, they do have high ground. I mean, technically they have higher ground than the... Technically they have higher ground than the Beatles, so they have an easier chance. Wow. I was like, that Seth is gone. The Ghana. Goner. Yeah, these ascensions are difficult to work with.
I'm out of SRM.
One thing that would be cool, but probably won't be implemented because it'd be very difficult, is if you could set the height of your vehicles. Right, if you're able to say low altitude, like you could have low altitude, or you can hit easier, but you're also easier to hit. High altitude, where you're just scouting and harder to hit. You also have lower accuracy. It depends on what you have.
Yes, come on. Firing on target.
Damn it! I only took out the legs. I mean, it does mean that it's gonna be vulnerable to the rest of them. There's that. Slowly back up. Wait. Okay, so 10 fast. Yeah, it does suck that I lost one of them already.
Confirmed. On my way. Double time.
I don't know if you could survive long enough for next round, so I'm gonna use that laser cutter now.
I think I hit.
Yep.
My flamer is empty.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Go for that. For Artemis. I know not the best odds, but
Firing on target.
still enough, so.
Dang, you're dead.
There you go, more negative waves. You see, all the tanks
I mean,
we
they're
come
all
up against are
dangerous.
bigger and better than ours.
Those
So
at the
they're
high
chance,
ground.
man.
So.
No, they both had it. One of them's in the river and the other one's on the other side, burning.
That shot is encouraging because that means you'll be able to hit them pretty reliably. Actually, I can't.
Primitive.
I mean, they might have to shift a bit to get the line of sight, but it's possible. That was a Gauss or some variation of it. And hovercrafts has some really weird pathing from time. Because, you know.
I'm here.
Sorry, just thing. So we almost dealt with everything up there. Had to get rid of that Kraken. I don't like these guys because they do have the high ground, which makes it a lot more dangerous. Right, that must have avoided most of those shots, honestly.
Left in that.
Go for this, or I could go for that.
Target confirmed.
That's a bit better.
One less target.
Rocket. I don't know if they'll ever show themselves. That's the issue. If I don't have line of sight, I can't really.
The Tiger has only one weak point. That's its ass. You gotta hit it point blank. And you
Okay,
gotta
that
hit it.
will
Probably
weaken
is
that
an
Kraken, so that is good.
Go, more negative waves.
Does it show itself? Yes. It's a mistake for it, but. Oh, did it climb all the way up there? I'm almost impressed.
Die.
Yeah, a Razorback.
That in
Gonna do too well
Bon appetit.
against what I'm feeling here. Fielding here. Not feeling. Knock it down. So. Oh, potential.
On the move.
Unless I miss, like, most of these. Alright. Wait, does it still have... I took out...
Commander?
The problem is I can't get this bandit off this.
Live
I'll craft some pathfinding issues. Oh, come on. I mean, it is 1 in 3. Alright. Yeah, if Steiner are gonna make me suffer, I'm gonna make them. Because after a while, it's like it gets. I shouldn't hit my own. I hope not. Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
Mech destroyed.
My allies doing something.
What can I do for you? Moving out.
I mean, there is an answer to this. It's very
Tell me
slow.
what to shoot.
I do
See,
have
all the
4
tanks we
minutes
come
to
up against
kill,
are bigger
so
and better than ours. So that all we can hope to do is like scare them away.
Continue.
you're kind of stuck there.
Commander.
I don't have my Shiltron.
Got it.
Shiltron would be nice in this thing. Because it will help me place more mines.
Commander? Watching my heat gauge down.
I don't have a heat gauge, but yeah, that's a bit
That hit was really bad.
of a madness thing.
Yes, come on.
It's not gonna show itself.
Waiting on you, Commander.
My ally's like, that doesn't look great.
Here we go.
I'm out of here. See ya.
Ready for orders.
Can't do anything.
Ready.
If I was piloting one of these and that's what I saw, I'm like, ah,
Tanks are faster than any other tanks in theater of
I better
operation.
things to do.
Forwards or backwards.
Roger.
Did I move? Oh no. Okay. It shouldn't have. Yeah, no, it has not enough. Even a few lasers might be enough. But now I'm waiting for the cooldown thingamajig. So, gonna wait for that. This near future. All right. So, I mean, someone did a mission. It did like something, or maybe 30%. But they're also probably losing quite a bit more money than me. So that's the hope. Like, I'm going for quantities and reliability while they're going for something that's hits hard, but they have to kind of get lucky. I mean, if they still do it when I go to bed, yeah, there's no there. But you know, they're forcing me to be stuck here. So, and to be honest, like, for Steiner, the fight probably would have been much easier before we captured it. And honestly, they had a lot of opening, they had a lot of chances to, you know, not make it. Like, once we captured it, it's like another challenge in itself. Hey, Sneaky. Morning. How goes the murder bot? Well, more like a grind bot. How are you doing? And it's nighttime for me. But I guess it's morning for you. Yeah, no, I don't feel like a murder bot. I feel like a grind bot. Who's like just trying to finish missions, save up funds. You know, not super fun things. This is the first time I got all mech or vehicle parts salvaged. So random. Pretty brain dead here, a few years later, etc. Oh, okay. I mean, why are you up that early? I'm normally still in bed at that time. Earliest I get up unless it's like something unique. 40. And that's a weird time, but that's the time I get up for. And 6:40 is like what I get up for work, so habit. But yeah, if I'm up 5:48, I would be brain dead too. I was monitoring a 12-hour yesterday. Woke up at 4 after 12-hour streams. Oof. I'm working overtime. The commitment. The commitment you show. I think both of these are pirates. They're not very helpful. Pass the time, but also clean out Mech Bay. But yeah, honestly, like moderating at times is as exhausting as the streaming itself. So I would probably advise you get more commitment to beer, eh? Crash after 9 hours and 9 beers. Also, that's your policy. A beer an hour to help you stay awake for the entire stream. I mean, if it works for you, great. But in that case, your spending on beer is gonna be pretty high. Well, it kind of depends on how often you mod, right? More like 2 per hour, but I was trying to pace myself. So you got into 1 per hour. Okay. Hey, as long as you like overall you don't mind it, right? If your body starts hating you, then yeah. Or pirate. Norfolk. Damn it, that's a pirate. It's also pirate. Sometimes these missions are terrible. Attack and defend. Average 6 hours a day aside from Sundays. That's a lot of beer. That's the thing that comes to mind is like, oh, that's a lot of beer. Attack or defend. Yeah, let's do attack and defend first. Because it might fail quickly. I could do back out. Yeah, basically your second job. All things considered, do I want... Probably want Nidhogg. Actually, do I want Nidhogg? Nidhogg is more useful. Only drink Thursday to Sunday. At my age, liver wants a few days off. True. I mean, your odds are you're probably still pushing the limits. How far I can go. Hey, it's your body. It's your liver. And that's usually true about everything, right? Once you hit a certain age, everything starts being a problem. In Discord, they're talking about colors. Theory being that get used to hangovers over 90 years, they won't hurt anymore. I don't know if that's how it works, but hey, you're the boss. You might be able to give me the answer one day. Alright, in 20 years, if I'm still streaming and you're still watching, you could tell me whether or not that theory is sound or it could use some work. 6 a.m. I'm not supposed to. Oh, you'd be surprised. But I get what you're saying, right? You're barely awake. When I'm barely awake, I'm like, what?
Command interface initiated.
Oh, it's this map. Okay. This map is challenging a couple of ways. Actually, it depends on what weapons they have.
Great. I get to choose between hellfire.
They are going to attack buildings immediately.
Heard there were aliens.
Some of these just don't have a lot of health. Ah, that green shade is really interesting. Mackie.
Engaging.
Oh, that helps, but it didn't really slow it down.
Confirmed.
Maybe if I could attack them, get their attention.
We'll go.
Waiting for orders.
I get their attention. Wait, are there turrets? Alright, there's also turrets. That's gonna be. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I hit all of them at least once. Am I?
Waiting on you, Commander.
I'm definitely not a big fan
Don't
of
need to
this
tell
map.
me twice.
That changed. Alright, because old habits. I technically 12 years in. So I get some sleep.
Ready.
That sounds rough in its own way, but hey, you do you.
Welcome to my
Alright, we
house.
all live differently. Okay, at least they're attacking my unit. I like the other one better.
Done.
I can't remember if the other one is actually. Odds are miserable. Alright. I mean, the Emperor might not have
Target.
De La Vie, eh? Probably. I mean, that's the interesting thing about life. Like, there's no one right or wrong way to live it, right? There's just your way.
Engage.
Hey,
You either
man,
live a certain way or you
very good,
don't.
and you are giving me your problems.
And honestly, nobody can really tell you what you can not do.
Looks to me like there ain't no
I got
pressure
rid
to
of
stop.
that. Will help.
Still up.
Hang by.
Oh, come on. Really? What are you stuck on? Oh, you're utterly useless.
Continue.
Like, utterly useless. Thanks, game.
Affirmative.
Life rarely gives us a choice. It's more down to how we deal with. Yeah. I mean, like you said, right? How we react to those choices, what choices we make matters a lot. But that shapes a lot of who we are and what kind of life we encounter. I love how they're like, oh, there's turrets. It's like, I thought that was obvious. Very start. I need to zigzag that bandits that have a really hard time hitting it. Are you kidding me? Post cancer, sometimes those choices build character low. I mean, if they help you build more immunity to drinking, then more power to you. Of course, there's another
Affirmative.
group that's gonna jump right in between us. See, I really enjoy that. It's way too
Aye,
close. Don't know this map well enough. Hey, kudos for getting through it.
Affirmative. What can I do for you?
Because I know for a lot of people, right? Cancer is that magical, really bad word,
Tell me what
right?
to do.
Where they hear it, they're like, people get terrified.
Huh?
Let's just say if life throws you curveballs long enough, you get a weird sense of humor.
Ready to get on.
I mean, that's the other thing, right? You have to be able to actually joke about these things.
Target's taking a critical.
You gotta live,
Flamer is
at least from what I find, you gotta be able to laugh at life's miseries. Because that just shows that
Advancing so
you don't
fast,
get bogged down by the very small stuff.
we are holding ourselves in reserve.
Godzilla, yeah, that thing is just rather it be gone.
Still up? No, it ain't.
That's why I feel like, you know, comedians are interesting in that area.
Let's move.
They can joke about some of the biggest stuff, but it also means that they also see things as terrible as it might be.
On the move. Full speed.
Because we're at, you know, the really good comedians. I'm not just saying any comedians. The really good comedians, yeah, they will make fun of anything.
Commander?
That's how it should be. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. Pretty much, big things are made of lots of little things. If you get hung up, yeah.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Orders.
Especially when it comes to like hopes and dreams, right?
Wait your
Gonna
command.
be alright. Not being able to properly.
Launching target.
As I was saying, especially with dreams. People want to do this big thing, but they don't want to go through the small individual steps that gets them there. For example, if you know someone wants to be a singer, but they don't want to spend every single day working on scales. Hopes and dreams are long gone. Actually, you'll be surprised. I don't think it's too late to achieve hopes and dreams. Just that they might not be what you had imagined when you were 20 or in your teens. Oh, Comstar. Oh, shoot. That might be. Oh, they have some flyers. Okay, I need to shoot those down ASAP.
Firing on target.
But yeah,
One more for the scrap heap.
something's better late than never, right? It might not be what you first imagined, but it's probably gonna be
Commander.
still pretty good. You have 7 turns. Yeah, I'm really lucky that there hasn't been any railgun turrets. I ran away from home
I'm out of SR.
the case of reality versus fantasy. I mean, you don't need education to do really well, right?
Hauling ass.
Especially nowadays when you have things like YouTube and stuff.
I'm here.
You have all the resources online that could probably teach you a lot more than school stuff. Hopes and dreams can manifest in me.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves.
I just don't think there's a clear cut. No, this is your dream. This is not your dream. Works. This work.
Looks to me like there
Damn
ain't
it!
no
I was hoping
bridges.
to
Look,
Orders.
I want to with those guys or let's handle these
Away.
guys.
Double time.
Try to. Yeah, I know what you mean by reality versus fantasy, right? But I do think that
Out of short range missiles.
it's not so clear cut. There's a lot of gray area. It damaged the buildings? That's the case.
Waiting for orders. Here we go.
Orders.
Why? Granite actually hit something. Maybe. Ah. That sucks.
Your spam.
That thing is something that I will hope I could shoot down. Happy enough helping out these days. I mean, like at the end of the day, right?
I have become death.
That's exactly what we want, right? We just want to be happy. Not all of us have to do something to change the world, right? Some of us, we be, you know, if we're happy, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, right, when people are trying to chase hopes and dreams, what they're chasing is they want a lifestyle that will make them happy. And if you're happy, you're probably living a better life than probably 80% of the people around the world. There aren't a lot of happy people.
Commander.
It's a bit terrifying to think about it, but there are lots of people who are very unhappy.
Solid connection, that one.
Look on the bright side of your life. Of your wife, even if you're not married. Hey, if that's what you live by, sure.
Commander. On my way. Double time.
Where the hell is that thing?
Roger that. Go to critical hit.
You don't want in this thing, you don't get in this thing. I cut you out everything. I don't need you.
Deal with that Highlander.
more negative waves.
Or not.
The problem.
Game is like, eh. Probably need to move you up.
So I heard. Everybody seems very friendly. Look, baby, I'm kind of hung up. I need about 60 feet of bridge.
This is also why, like, if there are books that says, you know, this is what you do to happiness, I'm like,
Locked on.
probably not the most accurate thing, to be honest. Because everyone's different. What works and doesn't work is gonna for everyone. Understandable why. And
I live to serve.
really need to get rid of Comstar. They're kind of subjective. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they have Like,
Good to go.
books can be useful in that they can provide
I hear ya.
oftentimes a very good like perspective, right? One that you're not used to.
Roger that.
It helps open up your eyes, but yeah, you shouldn't just believe everything you read
Heading out. Full speed.
because someone wrote it.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes. Wait your command.
Use beers working. It's okay, I'm not here to criticize other people's spelling. I mean, even when I'm not drunk, I could. Sometimes I'm like, I can't type things for the life of me. Not saying books are bad, some of my hardbacks could be used as projectile and pinch, but I digress. Yeah, it's a question of how you're gonna use it. Okay, that thing is annoying.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
I would have preferred if it
Lots of
was
armor.
gone.
Taking some heavy damage.
But yes, books could make pretty good projectiles. as any intruder who enters your home will learn. Let's hope for their sake that they don't learn. I mean, they don't have to experience it. That thing is a lot tankier than I thought.
Heavy damage.
Mostly a sci-fi fantasy fiction reader. Guessing that's how you got into like Battletech, right? I mean, I personally really enjoy the genre. Rounds. I would rather not deal with the reinforcement. Have to
Targets confirmed.
start dealing with those buildings.
Pattern that one.
For their sake, a book would be better. Wait, you have practice to use a longbow? Wow. That's like a whole next level of badass. I've heard those things are
Affirmative.
like requires a lot of practice work for the between 80s games and robot or mecha anime.
Standing by.
Okay, so like Gundam series or
Here we go.
yeah, no, I was the first time I've seen like
Taking
Gundam
control.
series, I'm like, this is amazing. This is like everything I feel like as a boy I needed. Right? It had battles. It had a simple story I could follow, and they just have robots destroying each other. Like
Boarding.
I was sold.
Destroyed.
Around 90 pounds to draw away. Whoa.
Continue.
Like from what I heard, the reason why longbow eventually got phased out is because the training you needed to make it work, while firearms are less training. So
Dancing so fast and
that's
knocking
what I heard.
themselves out to be heroes. We are holding ourselves in reserve.
Gundam, Macross, Robotech, a
The problem
whole bunch of stuff. With my luck, like
Yes,
that
ma'am.
thing shouldn't be alive anymore. One, yeah, like for me, Gundam was started because like after a certain time there was just this kids show and I'm like this, and then never looked back. I mean, I haven't been following it religiously.
Locked on.
You can give a farmer a crossbow or gun and they're good to go. Yeah, longbow require practice, but from what I heard, it's really effective. At least against, I mean, they're good against knights. That
I'm here.
to be certain that they're pretty damn good against unarmored targets, right?
Ready.
Get rid of this thing or no?
Full complement on enemy. Critical hit, Commander.
It's also kind of sad how most of our ingenuity seems to go into weapons, weapon production. Oh come on, you just had to hit it.
I damn. Holding firm.
Highlander refuses to die. More like rate of fire, around 4 to 8 arrows first. Yeah, crossbow has like a really long reload rate. Inventive ways of murdering each other.
Fight.
For sure.
Yes, come on.
If there's one thing that we got really good at is how well we can murder one another.
Locking on. Target destroyed. Roger that.
Got 4 rounds. Fine.
Here we go.
Target some of them. Because I do think like
I've got multiple
weapons
with
probably
no
got, I mean, to be fair, right now we have United States, so funding into military technology is probably
Ready for
a lot more than everything else.
on my way. Double time.
But that was probably the case before
Taking the shot.
Waiting for orders.
United States was around.
Commencing
Because to be fair, right?
testing.
If your military is weak, you're gonna get conquered. That's what has shown. Nowadays, you just get pushed around through things that are basically, call it imperialism. Nice, worked pretty well.
Flamer is empty.
Won't happen.
I know this fight is not very exciting.
Commander.
Just don't know this map fast enough. Well enough. We'll throw that in. No comment. I'm from UK. Read the weapons we use flags. I mean, at one point, UK was just the naval power, right?
Go more negative.
They have it figured out in terms of their naval technology.
You got decapitated.
That was how they were able to create the empire.
Go more negative waves.
To be fair, now that's all history. Literal history.
Ready for orders.
Suck.
Holding here.
You need to get rid of those turrets. Might destroy. Or not.
Reporting mate.
Commander.
Those are almost down.
Target confirmed.
Sniper is gone. I think there's another long tom.
Aye,
Good.
aye.
Where are you facing?
On the move.
Bully them. Alright, I have nothing else other than
Negative damage. Repeat.
I'm drinking wine and eating cheese and catching some rays, you know.
You hit that building. Not super useful.
This sector is so screwed up, nobody knows where the lines are. Where our lines
Feels like
are. I
I'm
got two with
wasting
no
a lot
problem
of
at all.
damage. Alright, though, as often as
Probably
not,
is
it was
tomorrow.
for saving primitives via slavery. I mean, to be fair, every country is guilty of that. Doing evil things. There's a part of us that is capable of cruelty, inflicting harm to fellow human beings. And no country is, less guilty. Just that because some of them are victors of wars,
Taking heavy hits,
they're able
Commander.
to write
Good to
history
go.
that
Double
makes
time.
them seem not so bad. End of the day.
Roger that. Critical hit, Commander.
Waiting for orders. Standing
But
by.
you have to get stuck. Can't do that.
Oh.
3 rounds before the reinforcements arrive. Feel big hurry.
I copy. Got the angle. Taking the shot.
Yes, Commander.
And really, at the end of the day, whether or not good, you're evil, are also very subjective.
Confirmed.
Enough? Probably not. It will be close.
Target's taking a crit.
Honestly, it doesn't require crazy accuracy.
Giving him everything I've got.
Good, got rid of that. Still have one more building. Guess I took out the turret and the building. I need to get rid of that arrow. Watch me hit one of my own. Indeed, I'm only evil in-game these days, firing arrow 4 missiles at battle armor. That's not evil. I fire rail guns against enemies that can't even...
Up, boss.
Enemies that probably don't even have the weaponry to fight back.
Roger that. Locking on target. Inflicted some damage.
I mean, let's face it,
Awaiting orders.
war or conflict does bring out the worst of us a lot of the times. That's still red.
Copy that.
Oh, why is it on the ground? I'm so confused.
Failed
Was it
to
knocked
connect.
down earlier? Oh, Chester hit? Sure, I'll use the AoE method. I mean, if you want to use the AoE method, go nukes.
Keep a position.
That's like... Now that is evil. You want to see absolute destruction, that is the way to go.
Ready.
Arrow seems pretty tame compared to that.
Got it, Commander. Firing. My flamer's empty.
No chance, man. No, they both had it. One of them's in the river and the other one's on the other side, burning.
What can I hit? Building, turret. Alright.
Come on, a beautiful thing.
Okay, that should be it for the
Still up.
defensive force. Clear that out.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
And just need to
Turret.
on that last building.
Roger that. First,
It's kind of long and drawn out, but it'll be a lot worse. I finish it off? No. Oh, don't worry, Oh shoot! I hope I don't have to back.
Failed to connect.
No thanks. Click copy on my first install. Alt tab to read something on the wiki. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the reason why I probably won't.
Roger that.
Ah shoot. Are you kidding me?
Waiting for orders.
Oh, I'm gonna lose the head of my.
Don't want
Gee,
anything,
I
you
need
don't
to
get
give all of
anything.
them jump
I cut
jets.
you out everything. I don't
Never
need
get
you.
stuck.
Continue. Confirmed. Ejecting. Out of here.
On the move.
Ready for orders.
I don't remember what I put on it. Probably not. Oh right, not much. It was a default, or at least it's what it came with the dreadnoughts. Yeah, I need to get a jumper booster for all of them.
Yes, Commander.
I won't have to tolerate this.
Just right.
But yeah, nukes are things I'm like I probably don't want it. It's one of those where they're like, ah, this is simple, and then they have like a Red October 30 initiative,
On the move.
Moving to position.
wrecks you, and you're like,
Way.
the hell, game?
Moving to position.
I mean, some people enjoy
My
it.
mech.
I'm not one of those some people.
Move order received.
Oh, you're that far out, huh?
Position confirmed.
Affirmative.
Stabilizing and bracing.
Like for next season, I'll probably enable everything but
Go.
because I feel nukes wouldn't be that much fun.
On the move.
Just too strong. I would sort of like to duct tape a nuke to a locust and neck operation sacrifice. Actually, you want a locust for that?
Mission successful.
And not like Irby? Because I thought that's the whole point of Irby's. I mean, they even look like bullets. Fire it at your enemies. And they better be careful. Better watch out. That was a long mission. Lost a head. But literally, but honestly, I think that if it's gonna, it better get there fast. I mean, I know there are some vehicles that are capable of that. Like they get close and they blow up. Like you don't even need nukes enabled. Just have these explosives. Just have to get close enough. And then you destroy them and they. Oh, okay, that's good. That said, think I'm going to crawl back into bed for an hour or two. Good luck and have fun. Alright, thanks for chatting. And definitely get your rest. Appreciate you for dropping by. Yeah, get some rest. Rest is more important. And you're more clear-headed than you think you are. Like what you typed in chat actually made sense. It's either that or I'm just somehow, I don't know. The Diablo 2 remaster? Alright. I'm just waiting for something to happen and like, wait a minute. Actually, I do. At the time. At the time. I might be. There is this blackout that I can do against pirates, so a waste of time. Also pirate. Solo duel, I don't care. Also pirate. I could do the blackout. Obviously, bolster this. More cash. Go from there. Prepare the head. I don't think I added anything. That's a default. Okay, alright, I had gunnery. I mean, I need to get more. Wait, do I want gunnery or do I want hardened? I will need to save more of those up. So storage. That. The only way I could help my allies of push towards pushing Davian is indirectly. Diner is really bogging me down, so there's a limit what I can. But if I finish ahead of schedule, there are a couple tackle. That we have someone doing missions. I'd be very surprised. Venus is just being a pain right now. Let's see what will happen. Working at that. Aristotle have to retake, and also this because it was ours. I don't know why they took. And one Yango that from us 160%. Also the crafter, couple of these. Hopefully it won't be two though. Yeah, unfortunately I am more or less stuck here. Liner is not giving me a break. Anyways, I am going to end the stream here. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a good one.